So Rachel Notley, the anti-oil NDP Premier of Alberta, had a press conference today about Barack Obama canceling the Keystone XL pipeline. That pipeline would have shipped 800,000 barrels of ethical oil to the United States, displacing their OPEC conflict oil imports mainly from Venezuela. Obama opposed it. He rejected it. He's choosing Venezuela over Canada, over Alberta to be precise. So Rachel Notley was asked if she was upset about this. Take a look at what she answered.
I am disappointed by the way the U.S. government chose to characterize our energy exports.
So she wasn't upset that the Keystone XL pipeline was rejected. She was just upset about what Obama implied when he canceled it, the words he used. He called it dirty oil. But that's actually what she's been calling the oil sands for many years. Take a listen.
Oil sands activities contaminating the water supply in the lower Athabasca region, and industry monitoring of this threat has failed abysmally. Force companies to stop the growth of tailings lakes and eliminate them as soon as possible. Even the village idiot couldn't deny the significant impact the oil sands have on the environment. Tell industry, no urban drilling.
But that didn't answer the question, did it? Was she glad or was she upset that Barack Obama just kicked the Alberta oil patch that's already down, reeling from low oil prices and from Rachel Notley's tax hikes? And she didn't say she was upset because she's not upset, because just a few months ago she made it crystal clear that she herself is against the Keystone XL pipeline. Here, take a listen.
Our position on the Keystone was that if we ship unprocessed bitumen to Texas, according to this government and to the American government, we will give tens of thousands of Alberta jobs to Texas, not to Albertans, and that's not what Albertans want to see.
So she doesn't believe in shipping unprocessed bitumen out of the country, or as normal people call it, crude oil, even though that's what Alberta's economy is built on. What a disgrace. She's Alberta's premier. But like Justin Trudeau, she said she's going to double down on her attacks on the remaining oil industry by bringing in new carbon taxes at the UN Global Warming Summit.
Our government is working very hard, as we've discussed before, on a climate change plan that we hope to be able to take significant portions of to Paris.
So the whole excuse about Canada can improve market access to the United States, if we just bring in a carbon tax, we have to do it to get pipelines, that just failed. Barack Obama just said he doesn't care about those promises. You have an NDP government in Alberta promising carbon taxes, and a Liberal government in Ottawa promising carbon taxes. This is the first time this has happened in decades, and the U.S. just canceled the Keystone XL pipeline anyways. But both Notley and Trudeau are still going to bring in those carbon taxes anyways, because it was never really about pleasing Obama or getting market access. They just want to do it because they hate the oil patch and love taxes. Notley said she wants to get Canadian oil to Tidewater, to a coast, so we can sell it, unprocessed bitumen, I suppose, or foreign crude oil sales. Here, listen.
We need to really focus and have some fairly careful discussions about how we can work collaboratively to ensure that we get energy infrastructure and pipelines to Tidewater, bottom line.
But that's obviously not true. She is deeply against the Northern Gateway pipeline too. So is Justin Trudeau. And that's the one pipeline that has already been approved by the National Energy Board and that we don't need a foreign government's permission for. Notley and Trudeau will block the Northern Gateway pipeline. How much more of this do you need to see before you realize that Obama, Notley, and Trudeau are all cut from the same cloth? They're leftist, anti-oil, anti-industry activists. Oh, except for they never criticize OPEC. Now, to couch their anti-Canadian oil language, or to come up with something more reasonable, less radical as an explanation, because a great swath of normal people in both countries prefer Canadian oil to OPEC oil, they say it's for these technical reasons, but really, if you don't get it by now that they all hate Alberta oil and want to see less of it, well, you'll never get it. Oh, a quick PS. I was watching this press conference online. Rachel Notley gave her speech, and then there were a few questions about the Keystone XL pipeline, the subject of the press conference. And then a Calgary Herald reporter piped in with a question. Okay, I'm curious, Calgary, the most affected city in Canada by this decision by Barack Obama, with the possible exception of Fort McMurray, Calgary, head office city for oil companies. Calgary already on its back because of low oil prices and Notley's anti-oil tax increases. So what did the Calgary Herald ask?
Hi, Premier. I have a question on a different topic. Two questions, actually. I just wanted to ask you, there's party financial statements out for the campaign today. Your party raised $1.6 million, significantly better than you've ever done in the past. I guess, do you have any thoughts as to why there was this upsurge in donations this time around?
Well, you know, I haven't actually had a chance to review those numbers yet.
Oh, excuse me, Mrs. Premier. Sorry to switch the subject, but Albertans sure seem to love you, or at least union members do. They donate so much to you. What's your secret to being so popular? What's it like to be so wonderful? It's the darkest day in a dark season, and the Calgary Herald sends a fanboy to tickle the Premier's toes. Just an added layer of disgrace. The anti-oil media party. For TheRebel.media, I'm Ezra Levant.